Could this be the man who tried to kidnap a 3-year-old little boy yesterday? Tonight, we found people who say they know who he is.
Basketball tournaments and other big-time events in Center City. The mayor wants to know who profits, and now the head of the CRVA has some splaining to do.
A North Carolina lawmaker's proposed bill not exactly crystal clear when it comes to protecting our kids. More on the firestorm it created.
This WBTV high-definition program is sponsored by Time Warner Cable. WBTV News at 5 starts right now.
Police say they may have a picture of the man who tried to kidnap a little boy in an uptown park. This is the photo. Right now, they're searching for this guy in Northwest Charlotte in a neighborhood there. It's good to have you with us. I'm Maureen O'Boyle.
And I'm Paul Cameron. Thanks for being here tonight. People we talked to this afternoon say they recognize the man in this surveillance picture. Now police are out looking for him on State Street. Sarah Batista is live near the search site, so Sarah, police believe that they're pretty close to catching him.
Paul, in the past half an hour, I talked with police and I found out they did take someone into custody from this area this afternoon, but it turned out not to be the person in those surveillance photos. And they've been getting tips throughout the afternoon after we aired those surveillance photos, and they spent some time searching this apartment building along State Street, but so far, again, they have not had any luck. Let's go ahead and show you those surveillance pictures again. We also spent time talking with people along Trade Street this afternoon. Several of them identified the man to us. They told me he is homeless and he's known to hang out near that Bojangles on Trade Street where the pictures were taken. Police say a man matching that description tried to kidnap a 3-year-old boy in Frazier Park yesterday. They say he left a bag of Bojangles food at the scene. They used the receipt to track down those surveillance pictures. Police also believe that man in the picture is homeless. Again, we showed his picture to several people here in the area, and here's what they said.
I thought that was my nephew. I thought that was, I ain't seen him.
Have you known him to do anything like this before?
Well, he been in jail for drinking, and that's him. That's him. It ain't no snitching. If he did, he need to go to jail. If he did.
And the mother of that little boy yesterday did say that the man that tried to take him smelled like alcohol. Again, the person in that photo is not a suspect. He is considered only a person of interest at this point, but police do want to speak with him. For now, we're live in West Charlotte. Sarah Batista, WBTV, on your side.
All right, Sarah, thanks. Now, here's another look at this man. Police say he was wearing a blue jean jacket and a baseball cap with the number 83 on it. If you've seen him, call Crime Stoppers. He's a person of interest. The number in Crime Stoppers, 704-334-1600.
Just into WBTV live pictures at a protest outside the government center. Angry teachers here, many of them told dressed in black, rallying against proposed changes they say will harm your child's education. They're furious with CMS for possible job cuts, upset about added testing, and angry over pay for performance legislation. Our Dedrick Russell is our education reporter. He's on your side at the government center. You can hear the protesters there in the background, and the teachers, they hope to make a really powerful statement tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Maureen. As you can see, this Band-Aid parade has just getting started. I'll step out of the way. As you can see, teachers, parents, students are showing up, taking their message through the street, declaring enough is enough. Bevelyn Sherrill is dressed in all black for today's protest. She is in mourning because of all the cuts that could potentially happen in CMS.
I don't think it's going to be good for children.
The counselor of more than 10 years believes the cuts have taken a toll on teachers.
People are worried about their jobs, so that certainly will impact morale. If you've got a house mortgage, you've got kids in college.
The CMS worker agrees these are hard times, but claims CMS could have done a better job with this budget.
I'm just not sure if there are not some other areas that could be cut that would lessen the impact on the number of teachers that may lose jobs.
Also on the educators' mind is House Bill 546.
That snuck up on us.
If approved, board members will have the authority to decide what teachers make. It was recently introduced in Raleigh, and even board members admit it was handled poorly.
CMS and the board can rightfully be faulted for not being very good communicators on these issues.
Cheryl says her presence was important today because she wants everyone to know what's going on. Now, as you can see, teachers are very frustrated of what could happen in the school district. Now, after this rally, teachers will go inside the school board meeting and they will show school board members that they are in this together, and they will also show them that these changes that could have made them reach their breaking point. Live at the Government Center, Dedrick Russell, WBTV, on your side.
And Dedrick, tonight their boss, Superintendent Pete Gorman, will unveil his budget. It will consist of $100 million in cuts. We'll have more on that tonight at 6. Paul?
Bank of America's CEO sat down today with some people very upset over the foreclosure crisis. Homeowners who say they've been wronged by the bank got a chance to talk one-on-one with Brian Moynihan. Then it was our turn. I'm Melissa Hankins, the only local reporter to get near Moynihan today. You can hear what he told her. That's coming up tonight. WBTV News at 6 o'clock.
Paul, we're hearing from outraged viewers, many of you who think Zara Baker's father shouldn't be allowed to leave the country. Adam Baker wants his passport back so he can return to his home country of Australia. When we reported this last night, many of you sounded off on WBTV's Facebook page. One person wrote, "I don't want him to leave until he has answered more questions about Zara's death. But legally, what right do we have to stop his departure?" Tell us what you think by logging on to WBTV.com.
Investigators just told us your tips helped catch a suspected bank robber, Sidney Hoffman, in jail right now. Lisa, this picture shows Hoffman robbing the First Citizens Bank in Denver on Monday. And we learned Hoffman has a criminal past. He served time for another bank robbery, and he's facing firearms charges in Gaston County. Tonight, members of a UNC fraternity are homeless after a fire ripped through their frat house. A bed caught fire at the Sigma Chi house last night. A sprinkler system put it out, and there were no injuries. Students are being allowed back to the home and not allowed back until all the damage can be cleaned up.
Any day now, the Coast Guard may be forced to shut down one of North Carolina's busiest commercial fishing areas. Oregon Inlet brings more than $680 million to the coastal economy. Water that was once 20 to 30 feet deep is now too shallow for some boats to pass. Governor Perdue took this aerial tour this week, and she's warning that without federal help, we may lose this valuable piece of our state's economy.
Without us being able to get a private dredge in here to do the job, we're going to lose our commercial fishing fleet.
The Army Corps of Engineers only has enough money to keep a small dredge there until July.
We are tracking showers in the First Alert Weather Center tonight. Powered Doppler radar. You can see some scattered storms moving around the Carolinas. Eric Thomas is here right now.
So, Eric, what is ahead for us tonight?
Well, I think just that. A few more passing showers really ought to about do it. But overall, relatively quiet. Some folks were remarking that, yeah, it looks a little ominous outside. But again, no threat of severe weather. I know the nerves are a little bit frayed. It's already been a very busy spring with our bouts of severe weather coming through. Well, here you have it. Just that evening shower around, especially in the eastern sections. Otherwise, really looks like a seasonal pattern coming up this week, so no big surprises in terms of temperatures. And again, those weekend storms, something we've got to deal with. In terms of showers around the area, as said, our live power Doppler radar, we've just got a few showers that are moving through Mecklenburg County and then getting off to the east. There again, you can see what's just now been coming through the Mecklenburg County area. So that's how things are stacking up right now. We'll talk more about this, where they're heading, all coming up in your First Alert forecast.
Your First Alert traffic is brought to you by Paramount Hyundai. There is one very serious accident near Clear Creek Elementary School. This is located on Cabarrus Road and Albemarle Road in this area. If you must travel this area this afternoon, take Rocky River Church Road as your alternate route. And now there are more accidents piling in, but these are just property damage only. One is West W.T. Harris Boulevard and J.W. Clay Boulevard. Take West Mallard Creek Church Road as your alternate. And an accident Eastway Drive and Kilbourne Drive. Use North Sharon Amity Road as your alternate route there. Paul, Maureen, back to you.
150 years ago since the first shots tore our country in half. Some of the Civil War's important battles still being fought today.
And next at 5 o'clock, NASA has just decided what will happen to the space shuttles once they retire for good.